match. Next stop on the cricket circuit was Adelaide, where the Aussies made two changes. Damien Martin made way for West Australian teammate Justin Langer, who was to make his debut, while Greg Matthews made way for local Tim May, with Tony Dotter made 12th man. The West Indies, meanwhile, left out Jimmy Adams, preferring quickie Kenneth Benjamin. Richie Richardson called correctly and decided to bat on a seemingly normal Adelaide wicket.
That's a glance, goes wide of Healy, that's going all the way. That was a bad delivery. And the old leg glance or shy on the onside. He got some bat onto that. Healy not diving, it was well wide and it raced away for 4.
That's 4 more. No need at all for Phil Simmons to run there. That's actually the position that Justin Langer had occupied until 2 balls previously. Simmons finds the gap, punches this very cleanly through the offside and 4 all the way.
There's another one.
Shouts of catch it. Merv Hughes is the man going for it. And Steve Waugh has got the breakthrough with what looked like the leg cutter slower ball.
Phil Simmons looking to try and turn this ball away on the leg side. It's well bowled by Steve Waugh. Simmons miscuing the leading edge again. We've seen this sort of dismissal for a lot of batsmen over the last couple of months. Merv Hughes with a good safe pair of hands. Finally success for Australia as Steve Waugh strikes. Simmons is the man out for 46. West Indies are 1 for 84.
A little bit of moisture in the track and the ball really grips in the first session. Langer can't quite get it again. So plenty of boundaries in this innings for the West Indies as they move to 1 for 99. Shout from Merv, and he's been given. Darryl Hare raises the finger. So Merv Hughes has got a tremendous breakthrough for his skipper.
Merv Hughes finds exactly the right line to Richie Richardson. The West Indies captain playing across the line of this ball. And that ball hits him right in front of the stumps. Will probably have taken out middle and leg. Darryl Hare with a relatively easy decision, and Richie Richardson is gone. LBW to Merv Hughes. West Indies have lost their second wicket now for 99.
Third Test hero Brian Lara joined Haynes.
Well, that's well played. He's got that away down and fine, and that'll roll into the boundary for 4. So very well played. 5 runs off the over, 2 for 106. Oh, that's out. Yes, he's got him. He's out stumped. Beautifully taken there by Healy. And the bails were off in a flash. And that's the end of Desmond Haynes. He went walkabout a little bit there. He looked as if he saw the full toss. I think it might even have been a full toss. If it wasn't, it was a half volley, and good work by Healy.
That's another crucial dismissal for the Australians. And the ball just drifting down, just turning a little bit into Ian Healy's gloves. Very, very good, quick piece of work by Ian Healy. And the Australians are well pleased. Tim May is ecstatic. Back into the test side on his home ground in Adelaide. The West Indies 3 for 129.
Atherton on strike, yet to score. Drives and he's out. Driving at the pitch. Well bowled by May, a bit of fight. And Steve Waugh, a very good fielder, took the catch. It was off the edge, it was spinning. And that's fine bowling by the off spinner.
I can tell you that is one of the best dismissals you will see. Lovely flight. He brought him down the pitch for the drive. He was never quite there and dragged him just outside off stump as well. That is a classic piece of slow bowling. Atherton, the man who has gone. Don't often see batsmen play strokes of that kind before they've made runs, and it's 4 for 130.
Superb piece of bowling by Tim May. Has 2 for 21. Oh, that spins. Gets away from Healy. Well, maybe a leg by. Coming back for 2. No, it was some bat there, so certainly May getting some turn on the first day in Adelaide. That's unusual. Gone! Yes, caught behind, beautifully bowled. Carl Hooper fishing outside the line of the off stump, and the West Indies crash to 5 for 134.
No problems from the pitch there. That was Carl Hooper drawn into the stroke by Merv Hughes. Very good bowling. Hughes bowled well earlier this morning, but he's not entirely used to bowling with a new ball for Australia these days. He's much better, I always think, when he's coming on and the ball is just a little bit old. There, he got the ball to go away from Hooper just enough to find the outside edge for Healy to effect another dismissal. Good performance, 5 for 134.
Well, pitch doesn't miss those. War coming around from square leg. It's 4.
On the attack, Junior Murray, and that's nicely struck. No one in the outfield. Takes the aerial route.
Craig McDermott, the bowler. And there's a nice start straight after the rain interruption here at the Adelaide Oval. 5 for 188 for Brian Lara.
And just in front of Healy, or did he get it? He's got it. Brian Lara is leaving. I thought for a minute there that the ball had bounced just in front of the keeper, but that's a very good catch.
And a very good ball from Craig McDermott. That ball pitched in line with the stumps, and when the cross is by, look at this ball go. Very good catch that by Ian Healy, going across in front of slip. Very vital wicket that for Australia. Not one that West Indies would have loved to have lost. This Brian Lara gone for 52. And the West Indies now 6 for 189.
Shouts of catch it. Mark Waugh's done that. And he's been given out. Umpire Len King now, I'm assuming that it was caught by Mark Waugh. Not sure that Ian Bishop is convinced on that.
Yes, I think this one will need a bit of clarification, whether it was LBW or caught by Mark Waugh. Very difficult to say if he did hit it, but obviously Len King gave him out caught because he was looking to make sure that Mark Waugh did take that catch. West Indies now 7 for 206.
Curtly Ambrose, who's been struggling for batting form on this tour. Shouts of catch it, and yes, Curtly Ambrose has just got a glove on that one. So Merv, once again, with that ability to pick up wickets. He's got a terrific strike rate, Merv Hughes. He's done it again with 2 in this over.
Yes, that was a good delivery. Good short ball from Merv Hughes. Very simple catch that for Ian Healy. West Indies lose Curtly Ambrose, who has been struggling with his batting form. It's now 8 for 206 West Indies.
Mark Waugh yet to bowl in the innings. Steve does mix it up when he's bowling and tends to unsettle the batsman a bit. That's not a bad delivery there. 1 for none to Mark Waugh. He slips the little inducker between bat and pad, or actually off the inside edge of the pad. Kenneth Benjamin gets the inside edge onto the stumps, and he's gone for 15.
I'm sure the boys will be saying good bowling change, captain. Mark Waugh to come on to replace his twin brother Stephen, and almost instantly gets the breakthrough, and that's a good breakthrough for Australia. That partnership was building up. It was very healthy. Just through the little gap there, rather big gap I should say, between bat and pad. And Mark Waugh has the uncanny knack of doing that. Kenneth Benjamin bowled Mark Waugh. West Indies 9 for 247.
Big shot for LB. Umpire King gives him 5 for Mervyn Hughes. Walsh out for 5. Junior Murray a well-made 49 not out. The West Indians bowled out for 252.
Yes, a good comeback here by Australia. West Indies were sitting comfortable at 84 without loss, and they have struck back. Merv Hughes, the man, getting 5 wickets.
Despite the loss of 56 minutes due to rain, the Aussies still were able to bowl the Windies out inside a day. The visitors would have been very disappointed as Haynes, Simmons, Lara and Murray all getting starts but failing to go on. For the Aussies, Big Merv turned in a lion-hearted performance, taking 5 for 64 from 21.3 overs, with spinner Tim May chiming in with 2, while McDermott and the Wars each got 1. The Aussies then had to endure a nasty little session just before stumps.
On, well caught by Carl Hooper. That's what was needed. It was there. Taylor played that line. It was a very sharp catch, and it was a brilliant catch under the pressure of the night time and the vitalness of this match. And a great breakthrough by Bishop.
Yes, that's the first ball that he has bowled on line in this over. 2 previous deliveries, one well wide down the leg side, another one pretty short. But that one was a very good delivery. Pitching in line with the stumps, Mark Taylor had to play. Just enough movement to take it across his body to find that outside edge. Ian Bishop is happy. Well, the entire West Indies team is happy. They needed that breakthrough. Mark Taylor goes for 1. Australia 1 for 1.
22 years of age. He's also left-handed. So the same line will be the attack from Bishop. Hits him on the helmet. That's not out. That's a bit of a nasty one. It certainly stopped him. He's not sure where he is. He's in a bit of trouble. Now, he's been hit on the head before.
Not a very good blow at all. Took his eyes off the ball, turned his back on it. Not really the correct way to play these short pitch balls.
Taylor back in the pavilion and Langer almost out on his feet. The Aussies were struggling at 1 for 2, with Ian Bishop sending Taylor packing. Day 2 would turn into a very dirty day weather-wise, and Langer and Boone would need to steer the Aussies through a testy opening session. After a baptism of bowling fire the day before, Justin Langer was doing some fine-tuning before play. It wasn't long, though, before he put it into practice. Then came the satisfaction of hitting the pickets.
Fine shot.
Enter Curtly Ambrose, exit David Boone.
It's Boone on the arm. That's a very bad one.
A short of the length delivery, Ambrose wasn't concerned, but the doctor was, and Boone retired on 2. With the conditions favouring the quicks, the Windies removed another batsman in a more orthodox way.
The West Indies now right in this match.
Mark Waugh out for a duck, the Aussies on the back foot at 2 for 16. A sigh of relief for the home side when rain delayed play. It was a testing 25 minutes just before the lunch break. Langer again in the Wars.
He's having a real tough time of it out there.
Bogged down, Langer felt the need to hit out.
Gone, caught behind.
A faint edge ended a gutsy 20. Border then took it upon himself to resurrect the innings.
Going on the full.
Sydney Centurion Steve Waugh provided the necessary support.
Steve Waugh pulling away.
There were some anxious moments for Waugh, but constant showers ended the pressure and the final session. Nearly 2 sessions lost due to rain, and a couple of the Aussies licking their wounds, and the game delicately poised with the score at 3 for 100. David Boone in the pavilion nursing a very sore elbow, but he would bat later in the innings when required. Alan Border was on 18 and Steve Waugh on 35, and they resumed at the wicket on day 3. Their task, simply to see the home team safely past the West Indies total.
Plays that one through the offside. He likes a bit of room out there, and especially when it's pitched up, he'll have a full go at it, and on that occasion it did hit the meat of the bat. In the air and out. Caught at second slip. Hooper doing the catching there. What a wicket that is for the West Indies. Ambrose has struck again. That one was just a little further pitched up there, just moved away a little bit, found the outside edge, and straight to second slip. Hooper making no mistake. He caught it just above the surface.
Alan Border coming forward. Australia lose their 4th wicket. It's 4 for 108.
In the air, and that's another one. He's gone, out caught at slip. Australia really in trouble here. Healy going for the wide one. That one just short of a length. It went flying away, and again Hooper does the work. That's a good catch. It was a quick delivery, and Healy is on his way.
And again Healy on the front foot. Look at this. The left foot coming forward, the right length. Just enough movement again to hit the outside edge. What more can you ask? Australia lose their 5th wicket. It's 5 for 108.
Well, David Boone has just received a big ovation. He's walked out to the centre. He's got obviously a lot of strapping around that elbow of his. He's wearing a lot of protection up his arm. It's well played by Boone. Slightly over pitched, and he's driven down the ground. And look for 3 here. Settle for the 3. So War on strike again, 2 slips, and oh, that's out. Caught behind, big nick there. Stephen War has gone as well. That ball bouncing a little bit more. He's played and missed quite often, and that was a big edge. They hardly went up, really. It was such a big edge, and through to the keeper it went, and up came the umpire's finger. This is how it happened.
Yes, a little bit wider than you'd think that Steve Waugh needed to play at, but it certainly was a good ball. Pitching and just doing enough to leave Stephen Waugh and hit that outside edge. Courageous innings, but Australia lose their 6th wicket for 1-1-2.
That's a good shot. Well hit and into the gap. In fact, it's cleared the boundary. Beautifully hit.
Well, as I mentioned just a couple of overs ago, when he makes full contact with that 3-pound bat of his, he certainly hits them a long way.
That's not a good ball, but it's a good shot. Merv Hughes playing that beautifully away through the vacant cover position. 4 good runs. Big shout and he's out. Merv Hughes is gone. That's a bit of luck for Carl Hooper. Just a thin glance down the leg side. Well taken by Junior Murray. The change of ends has certainly brought the change of luck, and it's brought the end of a good innings from Merv Hughes too.
Well, this is good wicket keeping, not unlike the dismissal of Desmond Haynes, although that was a stumping. It needed good footwork from the wicket keeper to take that catch. It spun, and Merv Hughes has gone for 43. That's a very good innings from Hughes, 7 for 181.
Well, that's going to be close too, and it's gone. Shane Warne's gone very quickly. Carl Hooper strikes twice in the same over. Good change of pace. Dead straight ball from Carl Hooper, and Shane Warne is gone for a duck.
There's no shortage of ducks. That was beautifully bowled. Well, Warne will appreciate how good that was, because he bowls a top spinner himself. Generally, after a ball has spun a considerable amount, and Hooper has done that very well indeed. It's 8 for 181.
Beautiful placement. Shout of catch it, and Darryl Hare has given Tim May. I think Tim May feels that it came off his arm, looks at his arm, and I think he's probably got a reasonable complaint there.
Yes, Tim May looked pretty convinced that that came off his arm. Goes to Curtly Ambrose as the 5th wicket, but certainly did seem to brush the arm. If it touched something before the arm, well, we can't tell from that, but it's 9 for 197 Australia.
Whoops, and an attempt there, I think, at a Yorker. It was a full pitch at the end of the day, and it's gone flying away wide of the 3rd slip into the boundary for 4. Always bowled him. That's hit McDermott and got onto the stumps. And so very well bowled by Ambrose. Magnificent figures. Those are his best figures against Australia.
A solid fight back by the Australian lower order to trail the Windies by just 39 runs on the first innings. Surprisingly, Big Merv top scored with a blustering 43, while Steve Waugh made 42 and the wing David Boone finishing unbeaten on 39 in the Australian total of 213. Curtly Ambrose once again the thorn in the Aussie side, taking 6 for 74 from 28.2 overs, but was ably supported by Hooper, Benjamin and Bishop. So with a lead of 39 and only 2.5 days elapsed, the West Indies were once again at the crease to begin their second innings.
And over the top. Well, that was uppishly played there by Haynes. He's certainly having a go from the word go. Back for a third. Will they come back for the fourth? Yes, they will. So an all-run 4. It was very lucky Haynes having a go at that. It wasn't really there to hit.
I'm sure both of them would like to exploit the early conditions using the new ball.
And he's gone. So the exploitation has come almost immediately, just as Michael Whitney predicted, and 14 on the board sees the first wicket go down. Desmond Haynes has gone. That climbed. It was a good delivery from McDermott. I reckon it was a yard or so quicker than anything else he's bowled.
Yes, very good delivery from Craig McDermott, drawing Desmond Haynes' bat towards the ball like a bit of a magnet there. And this West Indies at the moment 1 for 14.
And one of them has to do some chasing there, but it'll be to no avail. Well done. He deserves that, McDermott. He's bowled a very, very good spell here. Very good spell indeed, with great pace, movement in the air and a bit off the seam as well. And he has just knocked over Phil Simmons.
Well, as the perfect outswinger, he's moving in towards middle stump, just doing a little bit in the air and perfect length, forcing Phil Simmons, who didn't really move forward. Very well bowled. He's bowled a superb spell. The West Indies 2 for 49.
Brian Lara on strike, get the score. Oh, what a way to start. Cracking shot through the covers off the back foot. He's a confident young man. There's no substitute for form and confidence. That's probably the shot of the match. Oh, what a catch! A gem by Ward Gully. Lara took him on. He fell to a superb catch. Probably foolish cricket, this. He's trying to score 6 runs and over, just throwing the bat at everything, but a superb catch by Waugh and good bowling.
Brian Lara hit that ball very firmly. But Steve Waugh was very deep in the gully. This ball sliced off the middle of the bat. He went straight at Steve Waugh's midriff. It was a good catch in that position, made no mistake with it, forced him backwards. As I said, there was a lot of pace on that ball, and Brian Lara too late, re-rehearsing the shot. He's gone for 7. West Indies are 3 for 63.
It's gone! He's got a pair! Fine bowling by McDermott, good catching by Healy. Australia on top in the 4th test at the Adelaide Oval.
Although Craig McDermott has followed this ball outside the off stump. Angled wide and going wider.
Situation just too much for Keith Arthur, and the pressure was showing. He's out for a duck. It's 4 for 65. The 2, Carl Hooper taking guard. McDermott bowling very quickly indeed. His tail's up. He's coming in from the river end.
Richardson doesn't mind playing a hook shot. Didn't quite get it as he would have liked. Perhaps a little bit high on the face of the bat.
It's in the air. Big Merv won't drop this. He's a great fieldsman. He's gone. Fairly shot. A good effort by May. He was prepared to buy that wicket. Good catching and a vital breakthrough.
Was it ever? He tossed it up just a little bit and he got underneath it, perhaps a little bit of edge in that one. It's a short boundary down there, and Merv Hughes made no mistake with the catch. Hooper on his way, out caught by Merv Hughes for 25. Tim May the bowler, and the West Indies now 5 down for 124.
It's well hit. When you bowl a bad ball, it goes for 6. Right over towards the Victor Richardson gates. Superb straight. It's gone again. This time it's over again. That's tremendous batting by the captain. Shane Warne bowling a good length. It wasn't a bad ball, and he swept that right over square leg for 6. Superb straight. Gone. Yeah, it's a beautiful catch. Junior Murray's not interested, but certainly the umpire is, and he's out for a duck. Well caught.
Well, he looks very disappointed, and the big question is, was there any doubt here? Obviously none in the mind of the umpire. Junior Murray, looking very disappointed and dejected, is out in the West Indies now, 6 down for 137.
That's going to be out. He's gone whichever way you look at it. Richardson lured down the wicket. That's lovely bowling by Shane Warne. Richardson didn't make the pitch of the ball. The ball turned sharply away, beat the outside edge. Might just have been a little nick, but whatever happened, Ian Healy was there with the gloves to make the stumping as well.
Causing the wicket. The West Indies 7 for 145. Today that the fast bowlers have extracted some pace and lift, and now some turn this afternoon from the spinners.
And he's out again. Yes, Ambrose is gone. Again, lovely bowling by Tim May. He saw exactly what Shane Warne did from the other end. This is beautifully flighted by Tim May. Lured Ambrose this time down the wicket. Again, Ian Healy very quick behind the stumps.
West Indies now are 8 down for 146.
In the air and out. Not good batting by Kenneth Benjamin.
Well, like most tail enders, Kenny Benjamin not content to stand there and block for too long. Had a bit of a swing at that ball. Very well flighted again by Tim May and turning into him. Shane Warne making good ground and a very good catch. Yes, almost an Aussie rules mark. Being from Victoria, be very akin to that, and very pleasing look on Tim May's face as he takes his 4th wicket for 9 runs. The West Indies 9 for 146.
And that's gone. 5 wickets for Tim May. That's lovely bowling from the off spinner. 5 wickets in a test match against the West Indies. Ian Bishop is the last man out for the West Indies. Again, a very good sharp catch at Silly Point. What a wonderful reward for Tim May. His birthday's tomorrow. The presents come a day early.
The end of an amazing day's play. The West Indies bundled out for a paltry 146, with Captain Richardson and Carl Hooper contributing almost 100 of that total. The West Indies led by 185 with 2 full days of play remaining. For the Aussies, Tim May's tweakers returned him the figures of 5 for 9, with Craig McDermott supporting with 3 wickets and the Victorian pair of Warne and Hughes taking 1 wicket each. The normally placid batsman-dominated Adelaide wicket was proving to be a handful, with the net result for day 3 being 17 for 259. The Australians in the 4th innings of the match would need to conquer not only the demons in the pitch, but also the fury of the West Indian bowling.
Yes, I agree, Tony. You are not allowed to wear advertising on your wristbands. So Reebok are getting a bit of a free plug, mate, on those wristbands.
Well, that's got to be out. Yes, he's got him. LBW, it's nipped back. He's played from the crease. The question is, did he get outside the line? Boone purposely trying to get across there in order to counteract that one that nips back. But Ambrose has struck. What a wicket this is. Right, Mike, talk us through it. Did he get outside the line?
Well, that was the ball that we talked about earlier that David Boone has to watch. Ball angling in and not moving, not coming forward. That looked a very, very good shout to me. And when the batsman doesn't come forward, it always looks a little bit ugly. David Boone stranded on the crease, and the ball, the decision going in the favour of Curtly Ambrose. David Boone departs for a duck. Unfortunate start for Australia, 1 for 5.
And that's gone. That was a loud nick. Benjamin goes through, takes the wicket. And Mark Taylor has gone for 7. 2 for 16 now, Australia. Needing in all 186 for victory. What a breakthrough for the West Indies.
Yes, the West Indian fast bowlers have been aiming at that line to Mark Taylor, pitching in line with the stumps and going across his body. A very, very good delivery that from Kenneth Benjamin. Mark Taylor departs. He made 7. Australia are now 2 for 16.
Gets him as a private 4, and then he decides to open the shoulders, the second boundary of the morning. Great shot, superb square drive. The cut is right over the top. That shortest delivery is always going to be 4. Ambrose has taken 6 wickets. There he goes, he's drew away this time. It goes over the top. It's 4 more. 10 off the over.
Carl Hooper has taken another very good catch. Courtney Walsh, he's been a great bowler for the West Indies over a long period of time. He's a very happy man, as are all of his teammates. Mark Waugh is the danger man and was the danger man for Australia. He can't believe it.
It's lucky Carl Hooper concentrates better in the field than he does always with the bat. He's caught some very good catches at second slip there, and diving across again in front of Brian Lara at first slip makes no mistake. It's another useful wicket for Courtney Walsh from the West Indies. Australia 3 for 54.
Justin Langer finding the gap. Seven runs from the over, 3 for 61.
Steve Waugh on strike. Shout of catch it. Oh, and Keith Arthurton at the second grab. Oh, it was straight to him, and Dolly, and I'm not sure whether it bounced out of his hands or whether it bounced off his chest, but he had a quick lunge at it, and in fact he was a bit lucky on the second grab because he really grabbed quickly at it, and it could have easily got away from him.
Well, that's a big blow for the Australian. Steve Waugh looking to force the first ball off the back foot, and geez, he was very, very lucky to grab that on the second bounce. It's an absolutely crucial blow for the Australian cricket team. Steve Waugh out for 4, Australia 4 for 64.
No ball was called. I don't know what it came off, but it went straight through Carl Hooper's hands. And leg by signalled. I don't know whether that hit the helmet. Certainly hit some part of Alan Border's body.
Yes, he's got that off the side of the head, Alan Border. Once again, thank you for the protective helmets.
Shouts of catch it. Desmond Haynes has done it. Border walks. He doesn't even wait for the decision. And just as Michael was saying that the bounce is uneven, we get a good example of that. The previous delivery bounced in front of the keeper. That one absolutely took off.
Well, that's a brute of a ball from Ambrose. Banged in short. Perfect bouncer right at the throat. And Alan Border couldn't do too much except try and get his bat and gloves in the way. It's a vital blow for the Australian team and the West Indies. Australia now 5 for 72.
And it's gone onto the stumps. A pair for Ian Healy, and that is a terrific wicket for the West Indies because Healy plays so well in pressure situations for Australia. And that's 1,000 first-class wickets for Courtney Walsh.
Maybe Ian Healy expecting the ball pitched up, got an inside edge. Let's just clip the stumps there. We can see the bails hitting the ground in the background, and Courtney Walsh is ecstatic, as are all his West Indian teammates. And Australia now looking to be in deep trouble. Australia 6 for 73.
Big shout then he's been given. Merv Hughes going a long way across, and Curtly Ambrose has got 10 for the match.
It's a pretty good performance by Ambrose. His figures stand at the moment at 4 for 11. Pitching up to Merv Hughes, and that's pretty plumb, so the cricketers say. Wouldn't be too much to be thinking about that. Merv Hughes departs for 1 LBW, bowled Ambrose. Australia reeling at 7 for 74.
It'll be a good effort if they can win this test match, square the series.
Well, it's not going to do any good. The umpire Hare is not doing anything about it. Warren is standing there. Everyone else has their hands on their hips and folded and shouting and yelling down the far end. Ambrose has rushed in to congratulate Walsh anyway.
This has come off Shane Warne's chest, I believe. Or the forearm, actually. Got the hands down, got the bat out of the way. If it had hit him on the glove, he would have been out. It's hit him halfway up the forearm towards the elbow. That is definitely not out.
That's guided through the gap. It's going to be a chase for Desmond Haynes. There's going to be 3 runs for Langer. That'll bring the 100 up for Australia. At least that's a reasonable landmark for them. Having said that, that target of 186 still looks quite some distance away. Got him. Shane Warne is gone. Ian Bishop has struck for the West Indies. It's been over 70 minutes these two have been together. But finally Shane Warne shuffles in front of his stumps. He's beaten for pace by Ian Bishop. And the 8th wicket has fallen.
That's certainly a very good wicket for the West Indies. These two had been holding up the proceedings for quite some time, doing very well. But Shane Warne just playing across the line of that one. Ian Bishop is delighted. The 8th wicket goes down for Australia. Shane Warne goes for 9. Australia now 8 for 102.
That's going to be runs. That's the best answer there. It's going to be 4 runs for Tim May. Hits it very sweetly through the offside.
It's a situation. 74 with 2 wickets in hand, not impossible, but very difficult. That's a big hit. That's going high and wide. That's 4. I'm surprised he's using Carl Hooper, maybe trying to get Tim May, because he's been shackled, as that brings up the 50 for Justin Langer, and what a beauty.
Very good 50 for Justin Langer. Applause from his teammates in the Australian dressing room and a standing ovation from certain areas of the crowd. It's been a real gutsy effort. Shows a lot of heart, a lot of determination. 50 runs, just 4 boundaries in that. He's been there a long time, 223 minutes.
He hits that for 4, glorious shot, so to start to play some shots after tea, a good idea too. And they rattled the West Indian bowlers. It was a superb stroke. Missed, that's an edge, that's going for runs, that'll go for 4. So 2 balls in a row concede 6 runs. Half chances go begging, 8 for 132. May is a back foot player. Maybe a fraction better to be up, 4. That's 4 more. Away she goes. The crowd roaring, slowing up. They should run 4. And it goes all the way in front of the members, and they're loving it. Out! He's gone. What a tragedy. Went for the pull shot, got an edge, and it went through the wicketkeeper who held it, and Bishop strikes what possibly is a winning blow for the West Indies at the end of a great innings on debut from Justin Langer.
Fantastic knock by Justin Langer. Sad way to see him out at such a crucial time. Going for the pull shot, got an under edge. Carries through to wicketkeeper Junior Murray and Ian Bishop. The West Indies elated, but a standing ovation from the Adelaide crowd. Very, very good innings, and innings of courage and determination. His first 50 in Test cricket on debut. The Australians in deep trouble now. Justin Langer out for 54. Australians in deep trouble at 9 for 144.
As Craig McDermott makes his way to the wicket, excited because Australia, I guess, have got a slim chance now of winning this match. Walsh has not been used since tea.
It's a driven shot. There'll be at least 3 here. Kenneth Benjamin hobbling along after the ball. He'll just get it. 3 runs to Tim May, 6 runs required for Australia, and the tension is really rising here. He's driven it, it's in the air. Richie Richardson dives, he can't get to it, and Australia survive. Short one again, it's in the air, but Desmond Haynes is in the wrong position. Will they go back for the tying run? No, they don't. 184, 1 run away from the tie. Oh, he's tried to avoid it, it's hit the bat, and he's gone, and the test match has been won by 1 run. I can't believe it. The West Indians are delighted. Craig McDermott is so disappointed. It's been a magnificent effort by both sides here today. Courtney Walsh is absolutely delighted. The Australian dressing room will be decimated, but you can bet the West Indian dressing room will be absolutely jumping.
Well, one of the great test match finishes, and all things tend to point to the fact that the Aussies were a bit unlucky in the end. Justin Langer's knock showed great maturity, bar the shot he got out on, and Tim May with 42 not out, supported by the luckless McDermott at the end, who nearly guided his country to an unlikely victory. For the Windies, once again, Curtly Ambrose was the hero, picking up 4 for 46, while the old campaigner Courtney Walsh grabbing himself 3 for 44. Big Curtly collected the man of the match honours for his 10 wickets in the